So I know you're Jazz Moore.
Yeah.
Is that like? Do you have like a stage name that you'd like to go by?
So actually, I am changing my stage name. So right now my stage name is Jazz Moore, but I'm changing it to Luv More, which is my
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a nice little beginning.
Alright, cool, dope. But you're a Libra?
I am a Libra.
Okay, but why the change?
So a few years ago around this time, I lost a baby, and her name was gonna be Sarai Luv More.
Okay.
And so I wanted to like find a way to honor her, and so Luv More.
That's beautiful.
And I think that like all of my music is surrounded around like love, if it's being in love, falling in love, sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it just fits perfectly, and my last name is Moore, so
It does. It fits really good. It's literally Luv More.
I'm such a lover girl too. Like.
Period.
I'm terrible. It's off, baby.
What are your 3 signs? Like your
Okay, so Libra, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Capricorn.
Okay. I'm a Capricorn.
Really?
Yeah.
I love Capricorn. I
Yeah.
love Capricorn.
Period. Okay, so I wanted to ask you a couple questions more about like your current project. Are you making any music like currently that you're trying to release? Do you want to talk about it?
I do. So I released Venus and Scorpio, which is my first EP.
Yeah.
And
You look so good on the
you.
cover. I was like, ah.
So I released that one in October on my birthday. And since then, I've been working on a new project, which is basically done already. So yeah, I have like probably 20 songs that I've recorded since then.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just working on like trying to decide like which songs I'm gonna put on the project right now, and it's a little bit of a different feel. I feel like it's the same like energy, but the feel of it is like a little bit more up tempo, a little bit funner.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
I'm excited.
Do you have like a release date that you're working on?
I do not.
Okay.
I'm really honestly trying to shoot some videos from Venus and Scorpio to give it a little bit more like love and pay some more attention to that project before I like put out a new one.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to like find my balance.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
What is the process of that?
Of shooting the videos, it's a process because you gotta find who you want to shoot it. You gotta find the treatment, but luckily I know a lot of like videographers and just a lot of people that are willing and like really want to work with me. So it hasn't been super hard to actually like shoot and stuff. So I'm really excited.
Okay, do you get to like direct your own stuff? Like, do you have like a vision of kind of what you're doing?
Yeah, so usually I do kind of creative direct, but I usually work alongside whoever's like either shooting the video.
Okay.
And then like for one of my videos, I have this one girl who just wants to creative direct it, so I'm letting her like take control of it. But they usually kind of guide me, and I kind of like be like yes, no, like I like that, I don't like that, and so.
Okay, and are they like taking this all on as like creative projects, or are you paying them? Are they paying you? Is this like a? Because I know that's kind of hard to talk about.
Yeah. It's so right now. One girl that's creative directing, she does it kind of for free, but like the people that shoot, like I use the videographers, like they're the stylists, and all that stuff. But honestly, I'll probably stop myself thinking about myself. So yeah. So that's one less thing I have to worry about, but. Yeah, like usually I play like the videographers and stuff. Okay.
How long have you been singing? Or chasing this specific path?
I've been singing my whole life, but as far as like recording music, I recorded my first song in 2018, and then I kind of stepped away from it for a little bit because I had like other stuff going on. And then when I moved back to Chicago, because I'm not from Chicago, when I moved back to Chicago in 2021 in August, that's when I really started recording. So like as far as recording, it's fairly new. It's like year and a half, 2 years.
Okay, but where are you from originally?
I was born in Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh,
that's where my mom's side was.
Okay.
So I'm a Southern girl, and But my dad's side of the family is from Kentucky, and so I lived in Kentucky from like 11 up until I was like 23. And then I moved back home for a little bit, like 26, for like a year and a half. So I'm back.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Quick question before we move on. Do you drink or smoke?
Yeah. Go ahead. for
Both.
sure.
All right. But do you want to take a shot?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. But let me.
I was hoping somebody would say that.
Yeah, I was like, maybe we need something here.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
but cool. Yeah, and there's times here we usually won't smoke while there's people here.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna be here after closing. So
Yeah.
we can close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a fun time. I'm excited. I love this.
Period. But yeah. So you're from Memphis, and when you came back to Chicago, what made you start recording? Like, what exactly were you like? Okay, I'm gonna start following this.
So when I first moved to Chicago, it was for school. And so a little bit about me is that I have a degree in psychology. And so when I moved here, I went to school here for clinical mental health.
Okay.
For grad school. So I stayed in grad school for 2 years, and then I got pregnant, like I said, lost my baby, moved back home. It was just like a lot of shit that just happened. And then when I decided to come back the second time, I was like, I'm coming back and I'm doing what I want to do. Like, I'm not coming here to do school. Like, I'm coming here to chase my dreams, to do music, to really put myself out there. And so that's what I've been doing, just like putting myself out there. And it's like, it's been paying off.
Yeah.
Truly.
No, honestly, like watching you perform is kind of an experience.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're at the show. Yeah, you're such a vibe. I honestly think like artists like you were like, what? I'm just like, wow, I need to meet these people.
Yeah.
I need to be more involved in the art scene, and like it's because people are so talented.
Yeah.
And that's so dope.
It'll make me cry. I need to hear that.
You're good. And we also have wine. Yeah, that's
I think that's good.
okay. So we don't have a chaser?
The wine. That's sweet. That's got a big thing of wine. Listen, this wine right here was my whole like 2018 summer. I'm not even gonna lie.
I'm gonna go over 2018.
I had some shit.
Cheers.
All summer.
No, yeah. But I do want to ask you. Okay, so you was Stay High were one of the first pop-ups that you decided to do.
It actually was. I want to say it might have been the first one that I did.
Okay.
When did I do it first? It was springtime last year, I feel like. Because it was starting to get a little bit warm, I think. I don't know. It was less
or else.
maybe. I think it might have been. But it was like, it was the first time I had done it, and I feel like I've just been doing it ever since.
Yeah.
Because, like, they're so, like, Natalie is so, I just love what she does.
I honestly love Natalie so much too.
Yeah.
I think she's so I don't know, I feel like people just come out for her events.
Yeah.
Like, she's like a magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm performing next week, too.
Period. We're gonna be there next week too.
I'm excited.
Yeah, we'll be there. Maybe we'll get some footage of you performing for this. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really bad at editing. So like it might be like a week or two before I actually get it out there.
Don't even apologize. I'm slow at everything. So
Right, but cheers.
Cheers.
It's really not as bad when it's cold. Whenever I take Patron and it's warm, I'm just like,
Really.
It's not as bad when it's cold. I think any liquor though, when it's cold, you're just like, perfect.
Literally.
Okay, but alright, so going back to performing, has
Okay.
there been a moment when something happened that you weren't one expecting or two was a little bit embarrassing?
Shit. Yeah. Let me think. So many things have happened that I wish never happened.
I feel that.
I feel like mainly, more than anything, it's usually like the business side of things. Like, if somebody, okay, just being transparent, usually not necessarily embarrassing, obviously not embarrassing now, it's wild I do that, but dating people in the music industry that you maybe shouldn't be dating, like other artists. Sometimes it's kind of hard, and then you have to navigate that and have songs together. So I had this one song with this guy, and it was cool and everything. Like, I loved the song. We both decided that it was both of our songs to use. We both wrote it. And he ended up we ended up, having a thing, but then he was like lying, and so like messing with his ex-girlfriend found out. And then he didn't want to drop the song or the video or anything that we had shot, but so I just dropped it anyway.
You're just
So that was probably one of the biggest things I have with me.
That's
but I love the song. Love the song.
No, I feel like I hear that a lot. Like people dating within the music industry gets kind of hectic,
especially if they date.
Especially
if they
men are just messy.
They're very messy.
They're so messy.
They're so messy. They cause all the mess, and they try to make it seem like it's us or something. I'm like,
it's the gaslighting for me.
It's the gaslighting for me.
It's we're the drama.
Okay, I'll bring the drama. I'm at you.
No,
but don't.
That's that Libra.
Yeah.
My baby daddy's a Libra.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Me too. Because he's a man.
What are you?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've dated like 8 Scorpios, and let me say something.
Men or
both. I'm a Libra.
I will always go both things.
I swear I will. But oh my gosh, Libra and Scorpio energy is crazy, and I have a lot of Scorpio energy in my chart.
Yeah.
I mean, Venus is Scorpio. Oh my gosh.
No, Libra and Scorpio, I feel like can be so chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, we've been together for a long time though, and so we went through all of our toxic shit in the beginning. But we can be very, very toxic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
God, I love that toxicity for you.
I'm dating a Sag, so.
Oh my God. Yeah, fire signs are pretty intense.
They are. I think we need to stop.
Yeah, every time I've met a Sag, don't hate the Sag, but every time I've met a Sag, they're like mean girl energy to the fullest.
He's a boy, but he got mean girl energy too. You don't watch that.
I swear, the last time I talked to my baby daddy, literally I had to cut out like a whole 20 minutes. I was like, let me just not.
They ain't cutting shit out.
You're like, put it in there. I said what I said.
I said what I said, and I said it loud.
Yes, exactly, and I meant it. But okay, so you said you went to grad school and like you have a degree in psychology.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that comes in handy with like what you're doing now, or like reading people?
Yeah, I think in a way. I feel like psychology was cool. I feel like it helps me understand people a little bit better. But it wasn't for me. I know that. I think that have always been here to like help people and be like a part of just not even like help, but just like be like a light in people's lives. Be somebody that people can talk to and feel comfortable with, and like just feel a lot of love into. And I think I'm realizing that I can do this within my actual like career with music.
Yeah,
I don't have to sit in the office and talk to people all day. Because one, I've been through a lot of shit and I've been through a lot of trauma, and I think that does make you a good counselor, but I'm still healing. I'm still very unhealed, and I'm not always in a place to take on everything the way that I would have to as a counselor. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
I know that wasn't for
Hurt
me.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like, but yeah, I think it does kind of help in like making me empathetic and like kind of like understanding, okay, this person is like because of this, or this person's reaction doesn't have nothing to do with me. It's them. But you know, I think I'm also human, so it's also still kind of like.
So going back into your music, do you find inspiration within other artists?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
who are your like biggest like I look to you to be inspired and kind of like I don't know bounce your ideas off.
To be honest, I feel like so many of my fucking friends are artists, and so like just to name a few, like I have a friend Diamond. She will help me like write songs. My friend Lajay, she does music. I have a friend named Chanel. This guy Nick, he does music. Gold Haze. It's just it's so many people, and like I feel like I even am blessed with so many like producers that I have. Like my main producers are this guy Soundtrack. He produced for like Lupe. Special, he produces a lot for me. This guy Lily produces a lot for me. Hayes, he produces a lot for me. And like everybody around me right now, I can't even lie, inspire me all the time. Like even if it's just a conversation, even if it's just hanging out, even if it's just chilling around and listening to each other's stories, like I feel like I'm constantly like inspired. And like more than just like my friends, like I feel like even just the people in my life, like I can write a song about somebody else's experience because they told me something. You know what I mean? So I feel like I find myself doing that a lot too. So that's also been a big thing for me too.
I feel like that says a lot about your own vibrational energy. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, when you're surrounded by people that inspire you, it's because you yourself are an inspiring individual. I'm not gonna lie. Like I feel like when people are surrounded by love, it's usually because they themselves love a lot. So like I think that's a lot.
I'm such a lover girl.
Yeah. I love that. And then we're literally chatting Luv More.
Yeah, literally. I'm telling you, like and what's crazy is like growing up, I always was told I'm too sensitive, I'm too sweet, but I'm not. That's like my superpower. I feel like with me, I just learned how to have boundaries, how to communicate. Like I'm not feeling this isn't working for me because I don't want to be inauthentic to myself just because of how people are. Yeah, that doesn't make me strong. I feel like what makes me strong is that I can stay authentic to myself, set my boundaries, and still be who I am, and not feel shame about it. Like, I like to love. I like to be sweet. I like to be caring, and and I will set my boundaries when I need to, but I'm not going to stop being that person. Good.
I feel like that's something I'm learning right now. Like myself is like knowing where to set boundaries and when. Because I'm a very trusting person, and I love to love as well. I love to teach and give as much knowledge as I can to the world. So it's really hard to put those boundaries up because I want to share. Yeah. But at the same time, it's so draining when you're like constantly doing that and you're not doing anything for yourself.
You cannot pour from an empty cup. Like it's so like cliche, but it's so true. Like when you find yourself, you have to find ways to like ground yourself and like figure out like, okay, I know that this is gonna upset me. So like when it upsets me, how do I come back to myself? How do I come back to my like center of like peace? Because shit, it's just it can be hard. It can be really hard.
Oh definitely. I feel like your music is very peaceful.
Yeah. I get that a lot.
It's very peaceful. When you perform, it's very sensual.
Yeah.
And you're giving siren vibes.
Okay, thank you for fucking saying that. Because listen, I just said this. I was talking to somebody about this the other day, and I said, they asked me, how do I want to be perceived as an artist? And I said, I want to be known as like a siren. Like I want to feel like men. Like I call men in, and I like they get. I love her, and they drown and die. You know what I mean? And they drown. And that's exactly what happens every time. Like I love you. But that's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel too. Like, so thank you for saying.
No,
I'm doing the right thing.
I've been listening to your music pretty much all weekend. It's definitely giving siren vibes. Yeah. So on that note, like in Venus and Scorpio, what do you think is your favorite song?
Okay, so it varies. It varies. I think that my favorite song is probably Silence.
Okay.
Silence or You Coming. So I think I like Silence because, I don't know, when I wrote it and I performed it, I think that was the one song on the project that very like who I am. You know what I mean? Like it's very, I just want to make love. Like I'm not trying to like niggas like to move very fast. You know, and that song was written based off of like an experience that I had with somebody that was just like going like really fast and like rushing, like, you know, getting down. And I'm just like, slow down, like cater to my body. Let me show you how to like actually make love to somebody. You don't have to move fast. Like we're here. Let's appreciate each other, you know. So
I feel like that translates to like everything in life because when you rush things, it's not gonna come out like how you want it to, or it's not gonna be as beautiful. Like when you take your time and actually love something or like put care into it, one, it's gonna take time, and two, it's gonna be beautiful.
And you have to be comfortable with it taking time.
Yeah,
people are not comfortable with that. Not at all. Like I'm 30, and like I'm telling people, even people that's like 24 and 23, talking to me about music and like feeling like they have to like hurry up and do that. I'm like, I didn't start. Like
you did not see anything.
I don't. No. But I didn't start like really recording music until I was like 28. So like I was telling people like, there's no timeline. There's no like, you can take your time with shit. I'm never in a rush to put anything out either because I like when I first started making Venus and Scorpio, I had like 7 different release dates. Seriously, like I was like, I'm gonna probably drop in the winter. I'm gonna probably drop in February, up March, up maybe May. It didn't drop till October. Like, and it didn't even release. Like we played it on my birthday. I had like a birthday party and like a release party, so we played it there. Yeah. But like it didn't come out till like a few days after that. So even like it's just like. Like learning how to slow down and just be like everything's going to work itself out. Yeah, you just have to have faith and like believe that it will, and shit, it will. Yeah.
Patience is a virtue, man. It really is. I thought you were around the same age as me. I'm 25. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you 30? Yeah, 30. No. Yeah, we can all look like this at 30. I promise.
I mean, yeah, 30 is young. That's full.
It's very young. Yeah. People don't realize it.
People in their 20s don't realize that.
Yeah, they don't.
People in their 20s.
Until you get about 27, 28, you're like, oh shit. Yeah. 30's around the corner. And like, I don't know, I was never one of those people that was afraid to turn 30. I was really excited to turn 30. Like, I was 30 and 30. Like, listen, that's me. I be out here like, I'm 30. I'm so nervous. I'm since we're 30. Yeah. Like, and I don't even do shit. Like, I'm so childish for real. I'm very youthful. I'm very like, I'm not a very serious person. And most people that are 30 have careers and families, and I don't care.
You have a career.
Yeah, I have a career.
You do.
I feel
like you're very established for like 30 is young.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, like for real, and that's the thing. Like that, I had to like talk to myself about. Is that I don't live the same life as other people. Like I don't have to be on the same timeline. So I don't even want to work in corporate America. It don't make sense to me. Right. So it's like I'm doing great.
You're doing amazing. You're doing so good. I wish I was like you. Like the amount of confidence that you have to like put yourself out there like that. That's intense. It's amazing. It's like literally inspiring because I'm nervous to like be on camera like this. Yeah. And like I can't even imagine performing in front of people or like
it's hard.
Yeah.
But I feel like it definitely has taken some time for me to like gain your confidence for sure. Like there was one moment. Funny that you asked me about an embarrassing moment. Yeah. It was like in 2020, maybe like in January, where it was like this open mic that I had to perform in. And my friend at the time had called me up on stage out of nowhere and it was like, you should sing. And I got on that stage, I sounded a fucking mess. I sounded a mess, I felt a mess, I couldn't hear the band playing, it was just bad. And like, I had recently had a moment with this guy, like back at home, who basically told me like, oh, you don't make real music, like just some shit. And this is before I really was like making music, so it really was a blow on my like confidence for a second. And like I really had to like get back into my like hole and like ground myself and like just some like really introspection and like self love and like just catering to myself and like not being afraid to like step out of my comfort zone. And like when I came back here, I just was like no more of that. But I also feel like Chicago has been so supportive of me. Chicago's a great place, and I feel like the love and support and just like energy that I receive from Chicago is so beautiful. Like I feel like it's one of my homes, really. Like when I would go out of town and I like want to come back home, I'm like I didn't go back home. I don't even like I view Chicago as one of my homes at this point, and it's just like it feels like I belong here in a lot of ways. So it's just like
Chicago's beautiful.
It is. It really is. Like the people, y'all are so I'm from Memphis, and I feel like Memphis and Chicago people are similar in the way, the passion. It's the passion. I feel like we both have like a lot of just like Chicago people are just everything is like big with Chicago people. Like y'all express things big in big ways. You do things. You're not afraid to be who you are. And I feel like a lot of people like that are a lot of that energy is like the same thing like in Memphis. Like people are not afraid to be who they are. And so like I appreciate being in a city where I can just be who I am.
People are cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like you get what you get. Like in Chicago, like I don't have to like worry about somebody really being like, and I know it's like big people everywhere, but like I don't really have to worry about that too much here because first of all, most of y'all are mean. Like I actually y'all be crazy. I be like, oh my god, but for real, like you get what you get. Like I don't have to wonder with y'all. Like you gonna tell me how you feel. Period. Yeah, and I love that.
Yeah.
So I know the support and the love here is real. So it's comforting.
I mean, I'm from Chicago, so I might be a little bit biased, but I absolutely love the people because I feel like in like New York, let's say like just comparing to big cities, I feel like people in New York are all like Wall Street and like, what's your job? And like, what do you do for work? Are you in corporate? And it's like, what? No. And then like LA is all like influencers and stuff. I feel like people there are like insane.
Yeah.
Delusional.
Love it.
They're not like real. They're not real people. They're just like a bunch of pot people walking around.
Yeah.
Whatever. Whatever. It's like,
is that supposed to be
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Just making sure. I just saw no worries. So
Yeah, that one stops after 30 minutes, which is really annoying. Yeah. But yeah, Chicago's amazing. I love it. And then speaking of like the people, I see that like when you do perform, you have so many people showing up for you, and like people are like singing your songs back at you. How does it feel like?
So it feels crazy. Like the last time I performed, some of those people are my family, my friends. But there were people at the last show bigger than what I see myself. And it kind of made me think, like, okay, you're bigger than this. Yeah. Like, you're about to go somewhere. And I feel that. I feel like I can't wait to see where I'm going to be in a year.
No, yeah, you honestly give me big star vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 100%. Like, especially like when you perform, like we're tattooing when you're performing. Yeah. So like I'll take my team to the pop-ups and we're tattooing upstairs or wherever we're tattooing. Yeah. And then I want to say hi to people like when we're done. But like by the time I'm done, you're not there, and I'm like, dude, she's like a phantom. You're there, and then you're not. It's like poof. I'm like, period. She said, I love that though. Like that feels like I don't know. Like maybe you're not trying to do it, but it feels important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I just be shy. I be shy. I be really overwhelmed. And I'm like, I gotta go. Yeah. And I'm usually somewhere drunk in somebody's car.
Yeah. Period. As you should. Yeah. I love that. You're so good at performing. I honestly like. And then okay, so we're on the balcony. At the last couple pop-ups, we've been on the balcony, so we can watch everyone perform. Yeah, it's surreal. Yeah, it's surreal. And then like
I'm here.
We see not so good performers. Yeah, sometimes it was like when someone really talented happens to like come onto the stage
I feel like we even stopped at.
You'll need to unlock your computer first.
Stop and like listen or like just be vibing with the music, and that's special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Like I think that I don't want to speak too soon, but like one of the people in my band, because I have been manifesting a band for so long, and I don't know if you know Judy, but Judy plays bass for me, and then Taylor plays guitar and keys for me.
You introduced them last time. Yeah.
They're amazing, and so like they're kind of like the start of my band. And like I have always told myself that when I get a band, I want it to be organically. I want it to be people that are excited and reach out to me and want to work with me. And both of them are like the exact same. So it's like they love me and I love them, and like they reached out to me, and we have come up with this like kind of band. And Taylor does a lot of shows, and someone asked them if they wanted to do a show at the Golden Dagger like during the summer. So I might have my own show.
That's so exciting.
In the summer, I'm hoping I want to.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I feel like it is, and I'm so excited for it. Like, but hopefully by then I'll have like a full band with like drums and
change everything.
When I tell you, listen, I cannot wait. Like I just see it all happening, and like again, like to speak on like not rushing thing. Like I'm not in a rush. I'm not like, oh, I need to find a band by tomorrow. It's happening organically, and like I feel like I'm not really religious, but I'm very spiritual, and I believe in God. And I just be thanking God in advance. Like thank you for everything that is working in my favor. Everything may not happen in my time, but it's happening. Yeah, and it's just like.
That's it. I'm very spiritual as well. So I feel like vibrational frequencies are huge, and like being grateful and being patient is like one of the highest frequencies to be at.
You will always get rewarded for it.
Yeah.
Every time.
So with a band, do you feel like the dynamic is different than when you were by yourself? Or not really by yourself, because you have like the producers and stuff, but you're performing really alone, right?
Yeah. I think it is. Like I love singing with a live band. I feel like my music is made to be sung with a band too. And so like it just makes it feel more personal to me. Like next week I'm not gonna perform with a band, but because Taylor's out of town. But it's just so like it feels like a dream to me. Like even when we have practice, like we get lost in practice. Just like singing and performing, it feels good. It feels like I'm supposed to be doing it. So it's just like
good.
Love it.
Yeah, good. I feel that when it comes to like organically coming into things, because the way that I've hired all of the girls, I don't put out there that I'm hiring. Yeah. And people like will come to me, and that's like I feel like that just. It brings more love into a space. Yeah. Because they're looking for it. Mm-hmm. They're looking for you just like you're looking for them. Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful.
And you find people that want to be a part of your life. Not like people that like need to or feel like it's like a you know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's you're aligned with them. Yeah. It makes more sense. Like, it's beautiful really.
Yeah, and it's not like a popularity contest. Where like I don't know, sometimes I feel like especially in the industry that you're in, people can kind of climb a ladder. Mm-hmm. And I mean, with the clout that someone has, you can squeeze in there. So I feel like that's kind of I don't know. I feel like that's something to watch out for.
It is. And like, but one thing about me that I appreciate about myself is that like I don't care who people know. Like that's the thing that like people are very big at like name dropping and like, oh, I know this person or I can get this, and it's just like, are you a good person? Like, are you pure? Are you genuine? Can we work together? Like, if we can't, then we just aren't gonna work together. Oh, yeah. And I'm never like pressed or like care about stuff like that, only because it's like I view myself as that. Right. Like I don't need your clout because I feel like mine is coming, and like. I don't do things for fun. I do music and I sing and I write songs because that keeps me alive. You know what I mean? Like that is what helps me heal. That's what helps me go. Like keeps me going. Like that's what I was here to do. Is just like create and like make music and bring beauty in people's lives. Like that's all I want to do. Really,
love more.
Love more. That's all I want to do.
recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Hi, my name is Molly Guerin, also known as Mo. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment below.